Yes, first of all, I would like to thank you, respected organizer, Dr. Pandeshwar, and all the distinguished speaker who participated in this discussion. And it was really very informative, very interesting. And I am very thankful to Dr. Rajendra Dobol, who given the scientific input on this discussion. And he clearly, he quoted, can you hear me, sir? Because your all picture is still. Hello?
Yes, sir, we are hearing you.
Yeah, you're hearing me?
Yes, sir. Your voice is very much clear.
Yes. Okay. So I would like to thanks to Dr. Rajendra Dobal, who given the scientific input, and he clearly mentioned this is the second pandemic who has a RNA is genetic materials. And this SARS-CoV-2 showing a lot of mutation form, and is very frequently his spike protein very frequently is seen with the AC receptor. So definitely is very deadly virus. So it's very tough to do the drug prophylaxis of this virus. So the subject is very relevant. What policy measure prevention should, and what is the current fallout? So this is the COVID-19 is a entire world pandemic problems, and he has his own economic consequences. So as by the nature, there is a lot of mutations. So COVID-19 has already exhibited exponential growth, meaning that its impact could be potentially double in short stage of time, and then double again in similar short stage of time, and so forth. So obviously, it's very clear it's very dangerous virus, and we have to prevent it, and we have to think over how we overcome economically, environmentally, human resources away from this virus. The entire world is now discussing regarding the lockdown. Somebody say lockdown should be necessary. Some say lockdown is not required. But anyhow, the India is passing through the fifth phase of the lockdowns. At the present, hello, we lost voice. Hello, we lost voice, I think. Hello, organizer, please. Dr. Sandeep. Yeah. Hello. 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 Hello, can you hear me? Can you anybody hear me? Organizer, please confirm either you can hear me or not.
Sir, we are hearing you. Your voice is very much clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Actually, I am not listening back. That's why. Anyhow, so this is presents lockdown works. So the aside from the essential work in healthcare, food transport, and only those jobs that can be done along the home can safely continue. So this has sometimes been presented to too simplistically creating choice between saving lives or saving economy. This is the $1,000,000 questions come in the front of every all word. Either we save the economy or we save the lives. I would like to quote here one study of Dr. Jonsa Gaines. He is a senior economist of the University of Toronto in Canada. In his paper, Economic in the Age of COVID-19, lay out the issue. The country has tried to freeze their economy and prop up the absence of liquidity and wages with eye-watering subsidy until the wheel start turning again. So this is the very very tough situation for the entire world. What he should do. So if if we think about the lockdown process, if you are going to shut down a lockdown, then there is the question to know how to manage the crisis if the economy come on the pause. Again, ideology might clash with the reality. For example, if you urgently need any mask or ventilation, then there is no time to put it out to tender or let the market mechanism and choice about who get the contract and product. So there must be centralized decision making an allocation, even if that risk degrees is in some sense. That's why the Indian government are taking way too much initiative to this scope of these problems. So the single decision, I want to quote the word single decisive, is very critical, essential on this pandemic times. So Indian government is doing well. They are taking decisions. They are going ahead and blah blah. So now these days, the one theory is very popular: Big Bang approach, Big Bang theory, and Big Bang approach. What is the Big Bang? Big Bang means all reform come in the one slot, not in the step to steps. So most of the governments are just adopting the Big Bang approach. That's why our honorable Prime Minister is given the 20 lakh crore package in one slots. So again, our country economy is a short term, should be focused to provide emergency relief for vulnerable population and affected ISNA. The COVID-19, I think, is a dual crisis. First is a public health crisis, and another is a microeconomic crisis. The public responsiveness of life versus livelihood. There are so many questions raised. Either we shape the life, we shape the microeconomy. It means it's now become directly come life versus livelihood of the COVID-19. Of the most country have been sequential rather than simultaneously designed to address the both life and livelihood. As the result of this COVID-19, which greatly impacted our entire world economy, I would like to share a small statistic with you so you can understand how much they affected. This is the uncontrolled virus, unknown virus. So we don't have any proper drug profiles or any solution of it immediately. The outbreak has led to the de facto shutdown of the significant portion of the economy, which is projected to impact the world economy by shrinkage of 3%. Advanced economy with the shrinkage of 6.1%, and emerging economy the shrinkage of by 1%, whereas the country like India, China are expected to positive but slow down 1.9 and 1.2%. So we can assume within the 6 months, within the 3 months, how much the impact, how much drastically they impacted entire the economy of the world, including the India. So Mr. Gain advocate very clearly, and I do much agree with his suggestion. There is a time to require establish a pan-national institute with the set of resources to contain the future pandemic and ensure an international harmonized responses. This is more like International Monetary Fund, WHA, on his vision. This would be not focused on the drugs, and this should be focused on the innovation and enhanced production from the infection to work and public transport. He called hundreds of billions of dollars per year to mitigate substantially the risk of global pandemic. So we can easily understand and we agree Dr. Joshua Gens in his paper, whatever he mentioned, whatever he suggested is totally. This is the hour of time which set any international systems who control overall economy in like IMF, this for the pandemic situation. What we will do the pandemic? If the certain such types of situation come, we don't know where we go, what we do, what we not do. So this paper will be very helpful, and I am also agree the most of extended suggestion given by him. So in this pandemic time, there are many other pressing questions which are coming in the mind of the every citizens of India. When will be the health toll of isolation, unemployment, or delay surgery, overweight, and cause direct COVID-19 effect will be overcome? The second questions which come in the mind: what are the implications for the next year? Supplies of staple food or higher level of long-term disability. So in this pandemic times, entire world are thinking about how we revive the economy, what is the challenges they're going to face out, and what is the fallout of all these problems. And the third, the questions pressing in every mind: how quickly can vaccine manufacture be scaled up? As Dr. Rajan Doval sir explained, it's not easy to come out the vaccine immediately because this virus is showing so many mutations. So, and the next basic questions coming in every mind: what release from the lockdown strategy are behavioral and hence practically feasibility? And another point: can the national government negotiate with each other to arrive at cooperative mutual benefit policies? Another: what are the international agencies to encourage, and then when geographical tension is rise? Till we not find out these problem solution, we cannot make any policy, we cannot make any future policy to control this very dangerous pandemic virus. Addressing these questions, collaboration require a strategic need: biomedical science, epidemiology, public health, behaviorals and social psychology, engineering, economic, law, ethics, international relations and political science. मीन्स आई वुड लाइक टू से, मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि हमें इस समस्या से हटने के लिए सारी जितनी डिसिप्लिन है, आइदर वो एपिडेमियोलॉजी हो, पब्लिक हेल्थ हो, बिहेवियरल हो, सोशल हो, साइकोलॉजिकल हो, इंजीनियरिंग हो, इकोनॉमिक हो, सबको एक साथ आना पड़ेगा. ऑल हैज टू कम टुगेदर and just make a plan how we overcome. This is not only one pandemic we are facing. Maybe in future there is another type of virus or anything. I'm in Africa since last 10 years. I felt once time there is a Ebola virus. Ebola virus outburst taking some part of the West Africa, and the people don't have a cure. The people are dying in uncountings. So all commercial, economical stability is put on the hold. So these are the really challenges. So we require, entire world require to address this issue very sincerely and work on it. I have some suggestion because the today topic is itself revealing the policy measures and prevention, current and future fallout, what we require. I have some suggestion in my opinion. We have to, first is that we have to maintain the health workforce. The health workforce is always very critical for any nation. As we are going the coronavirus, we are giving respect to him, we are giving award to him. So health worker is a very key and vital people of any country. So public health expert guidance is crucial. If they tell us the test, trace and stay, because these health workers is saying test, trace and stay home until the health system can manage the COVID. So this is suggestion I would like to share with you, all of you. As they routinely to do the virus, then we must follow that advice. Whatever the advice they given the workers, we should follow all his advice. The second, the very contentious issue which are popping up in India particularly is the migration of the worker. I would like to discuss what is the impact of the migration of the worker, how the migrations of worker will have a long-term impact in the entire economy of the India. How West, this is the first the first and foremost thing is that how West to manage the movement of people must be followed. However, we must also aware of the government using temporary measures as cover the intact long-lasting migration restriction for the necessary. I always prefer this migration, we will avoid to this kind of the migration. We stop somewhere in this migration. In the later on my discussion, I will let you know what is the consequences of this migration and what will be ultimately, how the ultimately lead the unemployment in the country. So we have to stop this migration. Tight restriction on the migrant worker will be ultimately disturb farm level production and post fumigate processing and disturbing, leading to higher price in of the 20. In these type of migrations, as some of my colleagues have already mentioned, if these people will migrate, if Bombay require the production, they don't have the labors to work. If any other country who have resources, but they have the production labors. So if these kind of challenges come to the any manufacturers, so it will be accelerate. Definitely, it will be accelerate the replacement of worker with the robot. Definitely, people are not going to keep quiet. Who is industrialist, who is doing the everything, they are not going to keep quiet. They are always look the another options to how to the start his industry, how to the cultivate everything. So maybe it also accelerate the replacement of worker with the robot and other automation, aggravating underlining labor market and income equality issue. So if this is types of experiment industrialists did, definitely it will create the serious and severe problem in the long term for the entire nations. So, and the third, my point and suggestion is the focus on agriculture. First, I told you we should maintain the health force, and we just to find out how we can collectively and do this one. Second, we have to stop the migration of the labor workers, because this migration of labor worker maybe raise the price, and the second consequences may be some industry adopt the robot automation, aggravate lining labor market and income equality. So this is the things we have to serious. And third is the more important thing, we should focus on the agriculture. The post-COVID-19 policy response should be focused on the agriculture for the social cohesiveness. Means we must have the focus on the agriculture, but there must be social cohesiveness. It is essential for the purity of Indian economy and is also essential for easing pressure off from the foreign trade. So if the social cohesiveness will take place, we collectively work together and make a cooperative, make everything, and increase our economy. Otherwise, so if we do this, so definitely it will be ease the pressure of the foreign trade that would have bear to burn from deglobalization, and that is likely to be case for the near futures. And also the vision of our honorable Prime Minister for the self-reliance. So these are the things I would like to say. And at the last, I would like to say the need of ours to coordinate researcher and policy apply to building a post-pandemic social order and to craft a net zero economy that limited the climatic change as possible. So thank you very much for giving once again the opportunity to discuss the subject, policy measure for preventing current and fallout. I just put my view. I hope it could be. Thank you very much. Hello. हेलो
हेलो, हाँ विजय जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है? शैलेंद्र जी, क्या आप मेरी आवाज सुन ले रहे हैं?
यस सर, यस सर, मैं आपकी आवाज सुन रहा हूँ सर। मैं आपकी आवाज सुन।
धन्यवाद सर। जाम्बिया से हमारे अभी वक्ता डॉक्टर शैलेंद्र जी ने कुछ चीजों को हमें बताया कि काफी चीजें जो छूट गई थी, इन्होंने बताया कि जो अननोन अनकंट्रोलेबल जो कोविड-19 है, सबसे पहले इस पर हमें अपनी शोधों को बढ़ाना चाहिए। असली माइक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट, वायरोलॉजिस्ट सभी लोग इस पर लगे हुए हैं और इस पर शीघ्र ही वो लोग अपने अनुभव और अपने ज्ञान से इस पर हमें जानकारी पूरे विश्व को देंगे। दूसरी बात जो आपने बताई है, इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ लॉकडाउन की की महत्ता को बताते हुए आपने एक बहुत मिलियन डॉलर जो क्वेश्चन आप कह रहे थे कि इकोनॉमी और लाइफ, निश्चित रूप से सर क्या सरवाइव करें, अभी प्रायोरिटी हमें किसको देनी चाहिए, ये प्रश्न आपके द्वारा जो उठाया गया बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। और इन सब के साथ जो अंत में आप जो इन 4 बिंदुओं पर बात कर रहे थे कि हेल्थ फोर्सेस पर, अभी हमने देखा कोरोना वॉरियर के रूप में जो भी हेल्थ वर्कर आ रहे हैं वो अनेक तरीके के दबावों से काम कर रहे हैं, तो उनके मानसिक स्वास्थ्य की भी हमें बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत महसूस हो रही थी और हमें करना चाहिए, और सबसे पहली चिंता हमें अपनी हेल्थ फोर्स की ही करनी चाहिए। दूसरी जो बिंदु आपने लाए हैं, माइग्रेशन ऑफ जो लेबर है या वर्कर है वो स्टॉप होना चाहिए। निश्चित रूप से आपकी जो शंका है वो बहुत स्वाभाविक सी लग रही है कि जहां पर अगर लेबर नहीं होगा तो इंडस्ट्री क्या होगी, वो रोबोट को पैदा करेगी या और दूसरी तरीके के आपके उपकरणों को रुएगी, तो समाज में असमानता आएगी। तीसरी महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर जो आप लोगों ने हमारा ज्ञानवर्धन किया, एग्रीकल्चर। वर्तमान समय अब इस पोस्ट कोविड के बाद हमें एक बहुत बड़े एग्रीकल्चर मॉडल की जरूरत है, इंटीग्रेटेड एग्रीकल्चर मॉडल की जरूरत होगी, जो निश्चित रूप से हमारी जीडीपी को बढ़ाने में सहायक होगा। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपके इन विचारों को हम अपने डॉक्यूमेंट में, अपने ड्राफ्ट में सम्मिलित करेंगे, और आशा है कि इससे हमें आगे को पॉलिसी ड्राफ्ट करने में बहुत मदद मिलेगी। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं डॉक्टर दिवाकर सिंह जी का
थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू,
धन्यवाद देता हूं सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू ऑल।